The CA Identity Service Unified Launchpad feature lets your users access both their cloud apps and their on-premise apps and have them governed by CA Single Sign-On, all in one Launchpad. In this video, we'll walk you through the steps that provide access to CA Single Sign-On apps for people in CA Identity Service. Integration with CA Single Sign-On adds on-premise apps access for CA Identity Service users. Providing access is a two-step process. First is connecting to a CA Single Sign-On for a unified launchpad, a procedure that you perform once. The second is configuring a single sign-on app, a procedure that you perform once per app. Connecting to CA Single Sign-On for a unified launchpad involves downloading the CA Identity Service agent and then installing the agent on your system. Once installed, CA Identity Service scans the available CA SSO user directories. You then select the user directories to use with this integration. Finally, you schedule the daily time to synchronize your Launchpad apps in the CA SSO data. But before you begin, there's a few things you have to know and prepare for. Know the fully qualified domain name for your CA Identity Service instance for your tenant, such as your prefix.security.com. The name of the CA SSO policy server host, as well as the policy server port. And the administrator username and password for CA SSO. And finally, users must exist in both Identity Service and CA SSO. The first part is to download the agent. So click Admin, then Settings, then Unified Launchpad, and then Set Up Integration. In this example, you'll download the Windows agent. So click Windows Agent. Windows will prompt you to panic, but don't panic, just click Run. Then hit View Downloads. And then the installation will start. Click Next. Click Next to where you want to put it. And then here you are. Select the agent type you want. It's not Active Directory, but CA Single Sign-On. Select it, and then click Next. Enter the domain name for your tenant. And then you'll enter your tenant secret. Copy the secret as shown in the UI. Hit Copy. You'll be prompted to allow access. Then copy and paste it in here. Then click Next. Then you want to enter your policy server host name, which in this case is SSO server. Then your administrator username, which is SiteMinder. Click Next, and then enter your administrator password, and then confirm that password. When you're sure, click Install. The progress bar accurately reflects reality. See, the installation is complete. When it's done, click Next. This completes the agent installation, but not its configuration. Click Connect to scan the available CA SSO user directories. These directories are found within CA SSO. Next, we'll choose the user directory. We'll select Forward Inc. Then, if there are any changes made to Forward Inc., we can also schedule a time every day when these changes will be reflected in the tenant. Select the time and click Finish. Click Start Sync now before you add an app so CA can recognize all the protected resources. Now you're ready to add an app and configure it. Click Apps, and then Add App. Select Configure your apps imported from CA SSO. and the wizard will appear. The display name appears with the logo on the apps page. Enter the display name and optionally enter a logo. If not, you can just click Continue. You have three options on the integration settings page. You would select partnerships if you're using Partnership Federation in your CA single sign-on implementation. You can select applications if you're using Enterprise Policy Management to create application objects for CA single sign-on. Or what we're going to do, select Effective Resources to use a web agent implementation of CA single sign-on. Then select your agent. Select the agent from the drop-down list. This list is populated by setting up the Unified Launchpad. In the link prefix, enter the domain where the agent is deployed. From the Effective Resources drop-down box, select a protected portion of the path. If you have an optional link suffix, such as a web page, enter it in the link suffix text box. We don't use it in this example. Click Finish. Identity Service scanned all the apps on SSO and noted that we had Infotech configured. So when you click it, you notice that everyone appearing has access to the Infotech app. All two of them. Let's take a look at these accounts. Click Accounts and notice that they are not managed because they are not using rules to get their app. Jeff Andrews and Debbie Patrick have this app through SSO. Let's exit the tenant as administrator Greg Ross. And now we'll sign in as regular user Jeff Andrews. Enter his name and his password and click Sign In. On the Launchpad, click the Infotech On-Prem app. Because this is the first time Jeff Andrews logs in, he'll be prompted to log in to CA Single Sign-On. You enter the name and password. But from then on, every time Jeff logs into the CA Identity Service tenant with that browser, he'll seamlessly enter the Infotech On-Prem app without having to log in again. Jeff's future logins will use cached credentials and not require Jeff to enter his username and password, so his app will be protected by CA SSO.